So excited for this conversation.
Well, I can't tell you how excited I am because I feel that the real gain is with me. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't know if you know this, but 4 years ago, I decided to have babies. I didn't know then that they were going to be twins. And, I went through the route of surrogacy and of course, everything by the law, etc. But it was a very, very emotionally, I would say, volatile kind of time for me as a parent because I was a single parent. And I have a mother with me who lives with me, but she's much older. So it was like a decision that I had to make. And at that point of time, while the babies, hadn't come into my life, there was that time where I kid you not, over 1,000 people gave me various books on parenting, on being a single parent. And then I found out I was having twins and then how it was to kind of raise twins. And at one point, I remember I had so much information and so much knowledge that I just always lived by instinct. And the very first thing that I thought of was that I'm not going to do any of this. I'm not actually going to read any book because if I read these books, then I'll be totally academic about parenting. And I don't believe parenting should be academic. And neither did I want to go back to the textbook of love that I was raised by, which was by my own parents. So when I came across your book, and of all the people, actually, Hrithik Roshan told me about your book. And we were having an emotional chat because he's raising two boys as well. And, I think post his separation from his wife, you kind of become a single parent yourself. So we found some deep resonance in each other's lives. He told me about your book and I read The Conscious Parent. And it made me realize that so much of what you were saying and so much of what you were expressing, including the massively amazing chat you had on the Oprah platform, which was liberating, it was elevating, it was just inspiring to say the least. And every single thing that you said are thoughts that I wasn't being able to kind of effectively articulate. Raising twins, being a single parent, being a man in a world that doesn't quite understand that. I just want to thank you for being you. For actually kind of being on this platform with me, for us to kind of share at least my insecurities, my vulnerabilities, and my fears. And for me, well, there are never any answers, but there's always advice. And I believe that advice can really make and change things for someone who's in my position. So thank you. To begin I want to say thank you for agreeing to do this. And most importantly, can I just dive right into it and ask you the one question that I'm really worried about? And
Yes.
may not be applicable to all parents out there, but to single parents who've gone through the route of surrogacy. The big information that I need to kind of break in, and I've been told by various people to do it in different ways, but I really want your take on it. When I'm asked, like, how are you going to tell them that, this is the process you adopted, that you are a single parent, that they don't know who their biological mother is. I don't know who she is. And then there was a lady who I will always bless, who kind of was the surrogate. So there was this procedure that I adopted. And right now at home, they call my mother also mama. That happened organically, but they don't feel the lack of anything. Therefore, but if and when the time does arise, what would be your advice be as to how I can actually, like, I know I'm sure there are gay parents that have to kind of explain that to their children, or single parents or both in my case. What is it like? How would I be able to break this information, or is there no way at all? Or is it just something that would just happen organically and I should just leave it?
Yeah. So thank you for this vulnerable question. And it really pegs down to something deep. Parenting is not biological. Parenting is a psychologically attuned and emotional connection. It's a relationship. So people think parenting is biological, but you and I know the biology is just the first part of it, but it's this ongoing relationship. So if you root yourself that parenting is my emotional connection, then the biological details and the form-based content of like the metaphysics of this happened and this sperm and this egg diminish in their importance. So if you come from a place of power that I am the parent and this mother and this person who's fulfilling this maternal role and this auntie, this is your family, then you explain it with that in the foreground, and the biology is just a fact. And you teach your children. Children come into the world biologically, but they're raised with their emotional connection and the deep relationships around them. And that is the family. That is just the biology. So you just explain it when your kids are a little older to understand. And if you come from a matter of fact place and an abundant place, I promise you, the children will just move on. It is not a tragedy for them how they entered the world. It is a tragedy for them how they are raised in the world.
And that would also, Shefali, apply to if you are a gay parent and you need and eventually in life, if there are two women or two men raising a child, would you say that the same theory applies to even that circumstance?
Absolutely. The core that children are looking for is emotional connection and validity. Am I loved? Am I seen? Am I good enough? It doesn't matter at the end of the day if they're divorced parents, if they're single parents, or you're raised by one man and 10 goats. It doesn't matter. It's, does the child feel honored for who it is they are? And if we can give that, if we can deliver that to our children, you are raising an emotionally resilient child.
Well, that's perfect. Thank you, because I think that is exactly what I was kind of trying to engulf within my headspace. But it's always a fear you have, because you keep getting, there's always that you're always daunted by the fact that there will come a day that, you may have to explain it. But I think if it happens over a series of, and like exactly what you're saying with my children, they're raised by my mother and me and a group of really close friends. I don't have siblings, but all my close friends have become like family to the kids. Like all of them, they know them on first name basis. They think that they're their friends, when I'm chatting with one of them on the phone, they pipe in and like, it's like they have a connection with some of my closest friends, and it's become like a large family of sorts. But it's also new in terms of for me, because I had them when I was 44. And, at no matter what age you're a parent, really, the vulnerabilities still remain, the questions still remain.